let's start off then. I'll go to our share folder. Right, so let's go to the 240 GD. Right, so on the right hand side is all the name properties. First thing we want to do is make sure that all the wheels have got the correct naming convention. Front left is always known as wheel 11 hide. The reason it's wheel 11 hide is because when you shoot the wheel and it pops, it disappears. The back left hand wheel is wheel 12 hide. The front right hand wheel is wheel 21 and wheel 22 for the back right. If there was another axle on this, everything on the left hand side starts with wheel 1 underscore. So this one being 1, that one being 2, the next one being 3, 4, so on and so forth. So some of this vehicle is already named already. Drive wheel is correct. Right, this particular model then, that wheel is called wheel underscore 1. So we need to just edit that. So we can right click, go rename, and we'll put the correct name in there. Right, damper. As you can see, just the front, just the face of the axle or the suspension is named damper. So if you look at it in the model, that is the part of the model that will bounce up and down with the suspension when it goes up and down, as you can see there. So I'm going to rename it because it's the front left. Wheel 1 underscore 1 damper. Now steering is no longer required. It is, but only really if you're going to use, if your model has got a brake pad on it. The disc will be still named as the wheel, but a steering is so it doesn't actually spin around with the wheel, but it does turn with the wheel when it steers and it bounces up and down. So we're going to delete that from this model because there isn't one. So wheel 2, that looks like it's a front left wheel. So I'm going to name that wheel 21. And I'm going to find the rest of them and name them all correctly. Now ARMA 2, or well, you can name them whatever you want as long as your model config marries up, but I'm going to give you a template, so it'd be a lot easier for you to just use my template and stick to my naming convention. So that's not wheel 3, it's actually wheel 12. Right. Now, ARMA 2 used a different kind of lighting system on the front lights. They used either a flat plane, or you may have seen some of them with a cone coming out the front. This will be when you turn your lights on. This particular RV mat will flare over the lights. That's old school, so we can delete them. So what we're going to do is get a model I've already made, like the Challenger. I've already converted that over, and you'll see I've got proxies for the front there for the lights. This has got many lights, so I'm only going to need 2 of them. Take that one and I'll copy them, I'll paste them onto this. It's angled down a little bit too much for my liking. So I'll hold control and right mouse button and straighten them up a bit. See there, it's sort of lining up. So you'll notice that L Servetto and there was a R Servetto was the left and right lights in an ARMA 2. Light 1-1, light 1-2. You can call them whatever you wanted to as long as it matched up your config. That's called light left, light right. Now I'll show you that, why I've used those proxies, because actually proxy to a model. At the moment you can't see anything, so I'll make it night time. There you go. It's like a little flare you get off your lights. Now to make it a little bit more realistic, I'm going to select the lights themselves and make them light up as well. So actually selected quite a lot of the model there when I selected the lights. So if I press F3, there you go, it just select like a triangle. Press F2 again, gives me back, you know, the square. So I Control C and copy both of those. Make a new LOD, so I've got a blank canvas to work on them. There you go. So I'll delete that Zybertech. And I want to make sure that these are named light left and left and right light accordingly. So they too light up and dim when you turn the lights on and off in game. And then I want to make it so they shine. Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you the path for the RV map, so I'm just going to double check. On one I prepared earlier. Car headlight emit, which is ARMA 3 day to F lights car. I think I could have worked it out. I'm going to copy that. And then when I press E, it gives me like the texture of that particular selection. Delete its current RV map, put them in there. There you go. So I'll copy those, put them back into the main LOD. Now what you have to do, if you look at it from the left hand side, is marrying up with the model, so it won't really, you'll just get little tiny bleeds from the edges and stuff. So do like a, move it off the model just as slightly. Just like that. Have a quick check. Make sure, there you go, you can see it. That's good. So that's headlight sorted. And the wheel sorted. Now, I'll quickly save that for you. Now you want to be careful that your when your wheels pop, what will happen is it'll look like this at the moment. And it'll be like, oh, you know, I need a damage model for that. So you can, looking at these wheels, you could probably get away with using some of Abyss's default ones. So if I create a new proxy, I browse for it, it's going to, oh look, it's already in the folder that I wanted it in, but I'll tell you where it is. It's in ARMA 3, because I've DPBO'd my ARMA 3 to my P drive. Data F, Proxies, damage wheel. You got damage wheel 1, 2, 3, so let's see what 2 looks like. It's quite big, that does, for this particular vehicle. Try another one. What I can do is on the right hand side here, that's my cargo proxy, damage wheel. I can right click, go rename, I get the option to browse for another one. That doesn't look too bad. Socket's facing the wrong way though. So I rotate that 180 degrees. Like that. And then I line it up with my front left wheel.
Daniel Wang, please come up to reception. Thank you.
Move it in just a tad more. So you want the transition between the two. Yeah, I'll live with that, that's not too bad. Right, so 4 wheels, I'm going to need 4 of those. So I'll copy that, paste it back down, keep it bang in line with that, saves me moving it around, and I'll just drag it straight to the centre of this wheel. Then I want both of those, copy them, paste them on, rotate both of those 180 degrees, and I want to put them on the other side. I'll line them up to begin with. Yes, about right. Now at the moment you'll be able to see them because there's no model config or anything written yet, so when that's in the folder and it's all working, it'll hide stuff like that until you right click, and you can see in the top left of my bulldozer it says anim. As I click through that, it'll do all the different animations, and then it'll show you your popping wheels and steering wheel and suspension and all sorts of stuff, whatever you add to it really, flapping mud flaps or whatever. So now I need to name all of these. So same as wheel 11 hide, this is wheel 11 unhide, so on and so forth. For a different type of vehicle, where the BIS blown up wheels won't match it, you can make your own. I'll talk you through that later on. I'll do another tutorial for that. That's a quick little tutorial. on the wheels.